Welcome to the first session of the Health Writing for Health Professionals 101 series. Right now, we're going to be taking an introductory walk through the world of health content writing. What I really want to convey to you in this session is, one, what health content writing is and how it fits into the larger scope of health content marketing. And secondly, why your voice is needed in this space. Why does it matter that healthcare providers are actually the folks who are contributing to the creation of health content online? Now, we're going to dive much deeper into that second half of that topic in later sessions. So right now, I'm just kind of laying the foundation and getting you acquainted with and familiar with the aspects of health content writing and health content marketing that we're going to be covering in this series, okay? So first and foremost, what is health content writing? As I've mentioned before, there are several different types of medical and health writing. I have a series on my YouTube channel called the 9 different types of medical and health writing. And so if you go there, you can learn a lot more information about all of those different types. But what you'll notice is that typically, when we're talking about medical writing, that is a form of writing that is more geared towards health professions and clinical audiences. Whereas on the health writing side, a lot of times the health writing is geared towards a patient audience, a consumer audience, a lay audience, folks who don't really have that healthcare background. In that sphere of health writing, right, there's a smaller sphere called health content writing. Health content is really health information that's intended to educate or inform a particular audience. So when I'm writing health content, I'm writing it with the intent of either solving a health problem or answering a health question. 9.9 times out of 10, when you see health content, that content is written to educate and inform. And the way that it educates and informs is by answering a health question that someone has or helping that person solve a health problem. So if you think about it like this, it's the middle of the night, it's 3 a.m., you're a first-time mom. You're breastfeeding your child, except your child won't eat. They will not latch on, they will not get any milk, but you know that they're hungry because it's 3 in the morning and they're always hungry at 3 in the morning. If you've ever been in that situation and you had your phone nearby, one of the things that you probably did was pick up that phone, go to Google and say, oh my gosh, my 10-week-old won't eat, won't drink milk, won't latch. However you asked the question in the Google search bar, then you clicked enter, and pages and pages and pages of potential solutions to your problem came up. A lot of those articles that would have come up in the Google search results are examples of health content. Those articles are there to help you solve that problem that you're having at 3 o'clock in the morning, or to answer the question that you've had at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, that's a very specific example, but I just use that to illustrate to you what health content is really designed to help someone do when you're thinking about the person who is reading it. That's not the only goal of health content writing. That is the goal for the reader, but health content writing is a part of a larger idea called health content marketing. And so there are other goals that a company might have when that company is deciding to provide health content through its platform. And those goals are directly tied to marketing goals. They want to increase awareness of their brand. They want to establish thought leadership. They want to grow their audience or increase the traffic, the number of people who are coming to their website. They have a specific business goal in mind, and they know that by offering answers to important questions or helping people solve important problems, they can increase their brand's credibility, they can increase the awareness of their brand through those avenues. So health content, providing health content, is not just of benefit to the reader who is being educated, who is being informed. It is of benefit to the company who is providing the health content, because there's a mutual give and take there, right? They're offering an answer or a solution, and in exchange, they're getting a positive view of their brand. They're getting more awareness of their brand. So that's how health content works from both the audience side, the patients and the consumers who are benefiting from it, and from the company side. In this world of health content writing, you might be wondering why your voice is important. The reality is that a health content writer does not actually have to have a healthcare background. Many folks don't. Many health content writers are just writers who've written about health for a long time. Or some of them might be new writers and they've just decided that they wanted to use health as their niche or their specialty area because, you know, the market is large and there are a lot of opportunities there. So what I do is not intended to take opportunities away from those folks at all. But I do believe that more healthcare providers and health professionals should be the experts who are creating content, because so many people make such critical life decisions on a daily basis based off of the health content that they find online. So a couple of reasons why health professionals would make excellent health content writers. First and foremost is our expertise. Now, regardless of what types of professional settings you've worked in, what types of therapeutic areas you've specialized in, what types of jobs you've had, you have a wealth of healthcare knowledge and expertise, and that knowledge and expertise is valuable to people who don't necessarily have that background. That is a major advantage that I think we should be leveraging more often in the health content publishing world. The second really great thing about health professionals being health writers is that we know how to communicate with patients. We spend a lot of time talking to, counseling, advising, guiding patients to make certain decisions or to process collections of information so that they can make certain decisions for themselves. And in that process, in those conversations, we have to take really scientific, technical, medical information, and we have to figure out how to communicate that in a way that the person can understand, in a way that does not overwhelm the person, in a way that does not patronize the person. That skill of being able to verbally communicate scientific information to a lay audience is completely transferable to written communication. And that is a skill that cannot be overlooked. I will say the third reason that I really believe more health professionals should be health writers is because it's incredibly rewarding. Now, as much as I just talked about having the opportunity to verbally communicate with patients in real life, I know that most healthcare providers wish they had more time to have those patient conversations, that you might be having those interactions throughout the day, but they're probably much shorter than you would like them to be. And the truth is that so many of us actually got into the field of providing healthcare because we wanted to be able to have those conversations and build those relationships. And so the nice thing about health content writing is that it gives you that expanded opportunity to educate patients in a much deeper way and on a much wider scale, right? Taking that one-to-one patient interaction, patient relationship, and expanding that to one-to-many. So when I'm writing a blog post, there's not just one person on the side of the screen that's reading it. There are thousands of people who are going to come across that post and be able to act on that information and hopefully improve the health of themselves or a loved one. I also created a nice little carousel that dives into 4 or 5 other reasons that more healthcare providers should be health professionals. So I'm going to link that, and hopefully you'll be able to explore more reasons why your voice is really needed in the world of health content writing. Stay tuned for a quick answer to a frequently asked question that's going to close out day 1 of our Health Writing for Health Professionals 101 series. And after that, I will see you all back here tomorrow.